So today, Monday, October 2019. So yesterday I installed the trailer brakes controller, which is right there, and didn't have my software programming the trailer brake. So if you look inside the cluster here, right, this is my trailer in option. There's nothing that's inside here about the trailer brakes, right? This is just a status. There's no active trailer. It's just like info on your trailers and so on, whatever. And then you check this, right, to check whatever. Now, so what I'm gonna go about doing this is there's two ways of doing it. Either you're gonna take it to the dealer and get the dealer for them to program it in, or for me, I'm gonna be doing is using the Forescan software and doing this. So where I'm gonna start off on where do I get the spreadsheet? So if I go back. So when I Google and I typed in Forescan f150 spreadsheet, right? And then the first form on top, 2019 f150 spreadsheet, right? I'll just click on that one. Then this is just coming from different f150 or Mustang or owners or so on, right? Different Ford products. So what I'll do, I'll scroll through here, and then I'll go under this link right here. Because normally someone would have a link on the form, or you could actually find it on the Forescan 2 website, if the spreadsheet, right? Then I'll go into scroll on until I find the link for the. This is giving you also information how to use the Forescan, right? And then it's also telling you about you could use like USB link too, which normal like Class A trucks would use or so on. You could also use it, but you have to buy the different connections. So for me, I'm using I just bought high speed, low speed adapter off eBay. Not eBay, Amazon. It was like $30, right? And then this is basically telling you to can't remember where I got it from. Spreadsheet. Okay, here, I think it's right here. Right. Okay, there's a spreadsheet. So what I did now, I clicked on this link right here. Right, that's one that says spreadsheet. Further along is just telling you, like, the rest of the information here is just basically or you could use your OBD connector or to get your driver and so on for your laptop or phone or whatever you're using. So it's gonna open a second page, which is this. So this is the spreadsheet I'm looking for here, right? So you could on your spreadsheet you could change your park light if you have a LED stock, or you could change it different the different lights in the front that you wanted. So for me, like I'm running my instead of my daylight running lights running on my headlight, I changed it from my headlight. At first I had it on my fogs, so if you could change it to your fog only, so when you're driving on the street in daytime, your fog light will come on instead of your headlight. Then now I switch it to my my actual turn light, which would be turn only on this one. But today we're going to be programming the trailer brakes. So now we gotta keep scrolling now until we find the one that says trailer brake controller. So trailer brake controller enable, trailer brake controller gain setting. So there's two inside here. You gotta do to programming. So now we're gonna go into the IPC module, right? So both of these, both of these are in the IPC module. And so this is my forescan here going. So IPC, find IPC inside here. Sorry. Yeah, IPC module. To make it easier, like I like to scroll it to the top. Right. So now I know the first two lines, so I don't make a mistake, right? So go back to forescan, find IPC. There's IPC right here. So we're gonna go into as built. This is where you're gonna actually change the values. If you go inside just the module, you could actually just turn it, actually gonna enable it or disable it. Put inside here, click this, then we're gonna have to click, so we click on it, highlight it, then we click play. Right, it's basically warning you if you change any info on here, because you're actually going to rewrite the module, info inside the module, you could have like basically issues. So okay, so now this is the what we're looking for. So what we're going to be looking for inside here now is we're going to go back to the spreadsheet, and then first one we'll be doing would be the trailer brake control module enable. So we're going to be looking for these values right here, this one, 720 07 01, right? So we're going to scroll down to here, 720 07 01, 720, scroll down to 07, which is here 01. So these are the values inside here. So if we go over to back to the spreadsheet here, and then look at what we'll be changing. So everything in X, you wouldn't change anything in X, right? You see all the X's, you wouldn't change nothing there. And then for like say for secure idle enable, you wouldn't change nothing, you would only change just the one, right? And you wouldn't, and the next two box next to it you will leave. So we'll be changing this one. So the first box we'll leave it, won't change nothing in there. So we go to the second box on which you see that star inside here. That's the value we would have to change. And then the third box, you would nothing you would have to change in there. So if you look, it says here, if your as built is 0, use 8. If your as built is 6, use E, right? So if it's 0, we're going to change it to 8 on this one. And if it's 6, we will change it to E on this value. That's the only value we'll be changing in this. So we're going to go back to forescan now. So we will change nothing here. So if it's 08A, 0, we will change nothing in this one. So 80A8. So if we go back here and look again, it says if it's 0, we're going to change that one to 8. So I'm going to change this one here to 8, right? Then this value wouldn't change nothing here. So then we'll go back, we're going to look at the next, for the trailer gain settings. The first block, which will be here, we'll be changing the third number to 4, right? And then the second and third block wouldn't change anything. So we'll be looking for 720 0401. 720 so 720 0401, which will be this one. So we're going to be changing this value here, I'm going to change it. It's a 4. And it's good to go back and forth, double check, triple check, make sure you're getting the right values in. So now I'm going to double check before you write it, because once you write it, if you write something that's wrong, it could basically create a lot of issues at your unit or inside your vehicle. So since we just did 720.04.01, I'm going to double check it, make sure none of the values change. Right, so for your trailer gain, so the fourth number should be a 4. Sorry, the third number in the first block should be a 4. The second shouldn't be changed, the third shouldn't be changed. Right, so the x's, as I said, you never, like the values on the x's, you'll never change the values on the x's. About the forescan. So there's a 4, so we change it there. And then the first block we did was 720.07.01, and then on the second, should be this one. And the second block will change the second number to, if it was a 0, mine was a 0, so I changed it to an 8. So, and then the third block wouldn't change anything. Right, so here's an 8 right here. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna write all here. Right, it says incorrect checksum of data entered. Basically, it's warning you. Right, so click yes anyways. Yes again. Rewriting. Then if you look at your cluster gonna recycle all over. Right. Right. And if you look back over here, it says that your block programmed successfully. Then you want to cycle key off. Cycle key off. And then for me, I like to wait a few seconds, I guess, maybe 10, 15, 20 seconds for it to actually program, because I have it before where you program something in and then you cycle the key off and turn it back on right away and it didn't do anything. You have to cycle it off again and wait a few seconds. So just wait maybe a few seconds, 10, 15, 20. I like to wait until the cluster goes off, right? So then I'll cycle the key back on. And then it says, if you look at the info here, it says please cycle the ignition, which I just did. Then I click OK. Right. So now we're going to be checking to see what program, what we change inside here. So you see now we have chain trailer brake effort, which you never had before, right? There's no trailer plugged in right now, so reset trailer distance, right? Change trailer brake type. So we have no trailer hooked up here, right? So right? So if I pull on the trailer brake controller, right, it's gonna give you this. There's no trailer disconnected. So that's how I know it's working, because before, when I would toggle on the trailer brake gain, it wouldn't do anything. And then if you look inside the menu, right, there's a whole lot more options that was added. Rename trailer, like change trailer brake type, and so on, right? And change brake effort, right? I know those weren't inside here before, so I know it's programming. So you just hook the trailer to it now and then actually test it out. And that's what you would program in your trailer brake to the 2019 or 2015 up to 2019 f-150. I think it would be the same for 2020 and so on. But from what I was understanding was, I think with the 2015 to 17, you would only have to change one value in your forescan here, right? That's it. So then, to get all this, we'll go stop. Actually, no. Yeah, and then basically you just click you could click stop, and then you could go back to your main menu, right? Basically that's it. These are different you could use a scope on here too for mechanics, and if you understand what you're doing with the scope, you could use a scope to read like injector pulse width, for diagnostic purposes, etc., etc., right? So the software is pretty extremely useful for what the cost is, and I would say it's extremely up to par for what the dealer software would be. All right, thank you, bye.